How did it feel to get back out there Monday?
It was great. It was really fun, man. Really exciting. It was great atmosphere. I loved it. It's awesome.
Do you feel a rust level, or is it just like back in the groove?
Rest level?
Rust.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry.
No, man, no. I'm going as much as they tell me to go, and if they tell me, you know, sit out for a period of time, I do as I'm told. But it's just great being in the atmosphere. Fortunately, I know the plays already, so it's real good just to take the mental reps, physical reps, as much as I can do. I try to take advantage of it.
There is something to be said about quarterback receiver chemistry. How have you and Tyrod been able to kind of pick up where you left off there during the veteran minicamp?
Yeah, I think so. We did a lot of working out during the off season, outside of here, away from here, on a consistent basis, and I got a real good feel for where he likes to put the ball on certain routes, and I think he's got a feel for gauging my speed and where he can anticipate me to be. So it's really picking up like exactly where we left off. It seems that there's no hitch in it at all. So I mean, even that walkthrough, he's consistent, and it's awesome, honestly.
Will you have any limitations on Sunday?
No, I told you guys before I'll be 100%. I'm feeling 100% today, and I'll be 100% Sunday.
What have you seen in a couple years here with Duke? Kind of a unique type of player, running back that catches a lot more passes than he does run the ball. What kind of weapon can he be, especially when you guys start to surround him with more weapons?
I think bringing the dynamic of having Coach Haley and the familiarity of how much they pass the ball to running back with Pittsburgh, I think he's fairly well, just knowledgeable how to get our running backs the ball. And Duke's that flex type of hybrid player, and he's got some of the best hands on the team. And he fits in the role with the three running backs that we have, I think, perfectly. And you really just got to see what Todd wants to do week to week with it. But Duke is not short of on talent by on any level. I'm excited to watch him play. I think we all are. Yeah, he's good.
When we talked to you at minicamp, you mentioned that you wanted to come back this season and make a big splash. And my question is, do you just, even though you had to take a little bit of time out there, do you still feel really poised to make that big splash, and can you get that rolling on Sunday?
I feel like the biggest piece of it is making sure I'm locked in and knowing what I'm trying to do, as an individual, as a player, and as a teammate going forward. And I think first and foremost, really personal stuff aside, I'm thinking of getting a win. How can I help my team get a win this Sunday? In the most crucial point of the game, what can I do to help put us over the edge if I'm needed? So I really just want to get a win.
Between you, Jarvis, Antonio, you got a couple other rookies mixed in there as well. I remember you saying something to the effect that you felt that collectively you guys had the best receiving core in the league. Do you still feel that way? And going into this season, what is knowing what you have at the position, do for you?
It's it's a sense of relief. It's not like it's not there's no lack of pressure, it's something like that. But you do know you can count on the other players at the position to really hold up their end, and there's no like, I need to worry, or it's going to rely too far heavily on somebody than the other. We kind of can share the load pretty evenly, and it makes it a lot less, I guess, stressful, you could say, worried about what you have to do. So it makes the game enjoyable, it makes it fun, it makes practice that much more competitive, we move that much faster, you're thinking a lot less. And for me, I want to see them do well. I want to see Jarvis go make plays, I want to see Callaway make crazy plays. And I'm a fan of the game and the position, so I'm out there. If I'm not in, I'm trying to coach up and help out as much as I can. So I love the dynamic that we have. I never had it before, and it's awesome. It's real like family oriented. It feels like they're my brothers, and I call them my brothers. So yeah.
Hey Josh, you mentioned, sorry Scott, you mentioned being locked in. Are you as locked in as you've ever been?
I would say so. I believe that's fair to say. Yeah.
And what's helped you most to get to that point?
It's a collective of things. Couldn't really just pinpoint one specific thing, but trying to just having a healthy balance of everything inside of here, knowing what I want to get out, what I do here, and as well as off the field, what I want to gain from it, and prioritizing that over everything else. And it kind of just takes care of itself, and it feels good. It feels real good.
What makes Tyrod the right guy to lead this team from 0-16 to the turnaround all you guys are looking for?
He's probably the most poised, guy in the building. Definitely one of the most experienced as far as it goes playoffs-wise, determined, and I'm sure you all guys know how early he gets in here on a daily basis, how much work he puts in is insane. Just to keep up with him is going to take 150%. That's for anybody, and he does that effortlessly. And it's like we just voted him the captain today, So it just goes to prove, like, not only me, but it speaks volumes throughout the locker room and the front office upstairs. We know who to look towards in this time, and Tyrod's going to be the guy to do it for us.
Josh, if all goes well, this will be Miles Garrett's first game against Roethlisberger. What kind of impact do you think that can make?
To be honest, I think in the crucial part of the game, in which it really comes down to 4 or 5 plays in every game to decide a win or loss, I think it's going to come down to a defensive stop. And I think it's going to start with 95. It's going to start with him on the edge and making some extremely athletic play in the likes of which we might have never seen before. So I'm excited about it. I know he's capable of doing it. He showed it at practice. He's extremely fast. I've never really seen a guy that big move like that. But I think he's ready to step up to the challenge, and I'm really counting on. We're all counting on him to get to the quarterback and make it stop, make a difference.
Josh, with all the changes that you guys have had on this team and all the upgrades, what do you think your chances are of going into this game and winning?
Our chances are at their best when we're prepared. More so than anything, I couldn't really put a number on it, because any given Sunday type of thing, the wind can blow a certain way, and it could be an entirely different ball game. So it's hard to say. It's the biggest rivalry we have. It's one of the toughest competition in the league, altogether. So we know we're up against, and it's just going to be a hard-fought battle more than anything. That's the most I could really predict on it, honestly.
Do you feel better about you guys winning this game than you have any of the other 5 games that you've played against Pittsburgh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. In comparison to that, yeah. By far, we have our best chance. Our chances are high as they ever been to get a win this Sunday.
And what would it mean to not only beat them but do it in the opener?
That's like equivalent of making a playoff win. Making the playoffs. For us, you can say a Super Bowl win, but a win is a win. We just want one at a time. The fact that it's Pittsburgh just makes it that much better. Have an opportunity to play them, but to win against them, I think it just speaks tremendous volumes to our team, organization, and the city, and it's something that we've been wanting for a long time.
Good. How do you get some of the new guys that are on this team kind of up to speed on what that Browns-Steelers rivalry is and what that Sunday is going to be like for them for the first time?
It's really tough to describe and put it to words. I know even from my rookie year and trying to look back, and there's no way to put that on somebody and try to paint that picture until you're out there in the game and you hear the trash talk and you feel the environment, you hear what's going on, especially even the second half playing in Pittsburgh during the season, then you really grasp the concept and the level of which this rivalry goes to. So they're going to have to experience it firsthand, unfortunately.
Do you have a feel for how big your role is going to be Sunday?
I mean, it's as big as they the coaches wanted to be and seem to implement me in the game. I feel as though anytime I'm out there, I'm going to do the most that I could put into my route, into my catching ability and everything I could possibly produce a play for. So it's really out of my control, but I know given the opportunity, I'm going to try to maximize it. So.
Do you think you can have a big impact? Right
I do believe so. I believe so.
Coach told us that Antonio Callaway will start at the X spot. How proud, I guess, are you of Antonio for what he's been able to accomplish since he got here?
Yeah, I've known him a while. Before he's even got here, we were training in Florida together. To see him from then to where he is now, it's exponential growth in a short period of time. It's amazing. He's still learning, obviously, and I would talk to him all the way leading up to the game what to really expect and what I can't even really tell him, and he'll just have to see on his own. Fortunately, he got to play the preseason, got a good feel of it. this is going to be another level, and I'm really excited, kind of like a big brother, just getting to see, a real good friend of mine, and just go out there and do his best and help us win. So I'm excited just to watch him.
Yesterday, Mike Tomlin was asked about you, and he said that he respects and acknowledges your talent, but he doesn't know what the missed time means for you in terms of ability, in terms of your role.
Mm-hmm.
Does that appeal to you, that they don't know what to expect from you, or do you use that as motivation? How do you look at that?
I don't necessarily pay too much attention to what anybody outside this locker room is saying, but I'm sure it's valid. He's not too well informed on it. Outside looking in, it makes sense, come from his standpoint. But there's already enough motivation going into this game, that doesn't even need to hold any merit really. But I'm excited just to get the opportunity to match up against his defense and see what I could do.
The fact that Le'Veon Bell is not there on their side, is that a huge advantage for you guys?
It's hard to say that it wouldn't be. I couldn't imagine, a starter coming into the week of practice and have a breakout game on a team that he fits so well into and is such a great part of. So it's really up in the air. I wish I knew more about it, honestly, because it's confusing even for us to figure out what's going on in that situation. But for our defense, we're going to, if we can, we're going to take full advantage of it.
Josh, how anxious are you and even some of the guys that are still here for a fresh start, a clean slate, just to kind of start all over here with this new team and all your new teammates, and kind of put everything that's happened the last 4 or 5 years behind you guys?
Well, that's exactly what it is, a clean slate. It's just a weight off your back. A bunch of these guys weren't here prior to, and doesn't even resonate with them what happened and what is going on here. So that's a good thing. I think they're absent-minded of it, and it's a great place for them to be. And that's the guys that were here. We need to get to that as quickly as possible if anybody's having any type of feelings about what's happened in the past, because it's over, and we're here today, and that's why the season ends and it starts again. And anybody has a chance right now to make it to the Super Bowl.
Can you tell how much this game means to Todd Haley, or is he the same this week?
He hasn't shown any indication, but I could pretty much bank on that. It's an intense game for him. I'm sure emotional game for him, and it's going to be competitive. He's always like that with us, so I can only imagine for this one how much more so.